It's really excited, and I want to start with a thank, really. I've been very excited about having our first online event, and since the relaunch, a lot of new people joined us. I don't know if everybody knows me. My name is Cremena. I'm based in Oxfordshire. I'm one of the 5 DCBN directors, but I'm also events coordinator for DCBN. And when we had the lockdown in March, I was absolutely gobsmacked. We had so many events planned. We had conference booked with BICS. We had the local networking events. We had the cleaning show. I had plans to go to the cleaning show in Amsterdam. We had a really busy schedule ahead, and when the lockdown happened, my calendar was absolutely empty. That never happened in my life. I didn't know what to do with myself. So the DCBN team started planning on absolutely new platform, new website, hopefully easier for you to use, to log in, download all the templates and all that. And a massive benefit to your membership really is those events. I wouldn't call that training, because you can't train someone for an hour. We all train cleaners and we know how long it takes. It's all based on personality. So I wouldn't call that the training, but maybe a webinar is the exact word. And who we are aiming to reach today is people with either lower budget for marketing or no budget at all, people who are doing all that by themselves. The plan is our lovely guest Mariella, who I will introduce very shortly to you. She will be talking for a while. Then we're going to go into a breakout room with something like a game. Then I'll be talking a bit more about Facebook pages and Google. Then we're going to have another game, and then we will have like 5-10 minutes for general chat and Q&A session. I mean, 1 hour is not enough time for everything I want to say. So please, guys, if there is anything you want to ask, either put it in the comment section here on the Zoom call, or after this thing, just post it in our Facebook group. Put your questions there. I'll be happy to answer it, or send me private messages. I really don't mind. Just be in touch. The idea is to benefit your business. That's our aim. And let me introduce Mariella today. So I know her, I can't remember since when, but it's been many years. And I know her not from cleaning, it was from something completely different, but she is someone you want to talk to. She is specifically working with cleaning companies. Last spring, 2019, me and Mariella, we did 2 events, and they were quite successful events specifically for domestic cleaning businesses. So this girl knows what she's talking about. Please have pen and paper, take notes, ask the questions at the end of the 1 hour thing. And yeah, Mariella, I think we are ready to start. So do you want to start now, please?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. First of all, thank you very much to DCBN and everyone who's here today. Thank you for the invitation. It's really a pleasure and an honor for me to be here today and to talk to you about marketing. And I think the question that we all have is how to get more clients. I mean, this is probably the main reason why we all engage in marketing activities, although marketing is more than just finding new clients. But today, we're going to talk about your clients and how to get to them, because I know that especially for a small business, this is the most pressing issue. And at times like this, where we've been impacted so much by the pandemic and all that, some clients have dropped out. Some clients are still scared to call their cleaners back because they're not sure it's safe enough, or they have financial reasons not to do it. But still, today we're going to explore a few different ways how you can get your clients back or how you can reach new clients using social media or other online tools. Like Cremina said, with very low budget or with no budget at all. So the first thing that everyone should know, every business owner should know, is who is their ideal client. And I can't stress this enough. You really need to work on identifying and understanding your ideal client profile, because this will save you time, it will save you money, and it will save you efforts. If you position yourself in the right places, the right channels, it will be much easier for you to get your message across and to reach the people you want. There is no point you spending time and money and engaging on social media platforms or spending tons of money on SEO if that's not the way to reach your ideal client. Because every business is different. Even though you are all in the same industry, the fact that you cover different areas. Some of you work in bigger cities. Some of you cover smaller areas where the population is lower. So different marketing tactics and different strategies will work for your business. That is why it is absolutely crucial for you to understand who is your ideal client and to really develop a very detailed profile of that ideal client. If you go to the chat here, you will see at the very beginning, I have shared a document. The document is called Understanding My Ideal Client. So this is a questionnaire you would use in your breakout room to just help you identify specific characteristics of your ideal client. So that would be their age, their location, their interests, where do they spend their time, not only online, like for example, what social media do they use the most, but also offline, because in some cases, for some of you, offline marketing will be a strong part of your marketing mix, not only social media. But we're going to talk about it in more detail a bit later. Now, I want to give you a little bit of numbers about social media. And again, I will explain why this is important and why you should actually look for these statistics and try to analyze them, because this will lead you to the right place where you can find your ideal client. Assuming you have already worked a little bit on understanding who your ideal client is and describing them, then you have some idea what kind of personality they have. Are they parents? If they are parents, how old are their kids? Where is likely to find them? What activities do they engage in? You know their age, you know their income, or sort of. So Facebook, we're going to start with Facebook because Facebook is the biggest social media platform in the world. Even though in recent years it has had its flaws and disadvantages, not only to business but to personal users too, it is still the most powerful social media, and it works perfectly for business if you utilize the right strategies. So the main age group on Facebook is people who are between 25 and 39 years old. However, you can really find anyone on Facebook. Everyone and anyone has a profile on Facebook. Some people use it more than others. And they mainly use it to find local services or to communicate with their friends and their family. But Facebook is very good because it has the option of forming a community. And by community, I mean a group. So Facebook groups are really, really good to make yourself known in a particular community. It's used by both men and women. So I imagine that your ideal client in most cases is probably a woman, not always, but in most cases it would be a woman. You can find her there on Facebook. Twitter is predominantly male social media platform, but very, very popular in the UK. I think UK is the third country that uses Twitter the most. The first one is Japan and the USA, and then it's the UK. So the main age group on Twitter is 25 to 44, a little bit wider age group there. And Twitter is very good for customer service. So big brands use Twitter for that exact purpose, to provide good and swift customer service to their clients, because it's easy, it's quick, everything is public. Transparency is very, very important in every business. Instagram has recently become a good place for cleaning companies to advertise their services. I would say that Instagram is more appropriate for companies who offer maybe home organization services as well, because this is a new trend coming from the United States. It is quite developed there. Home organization services are a big thing in the US, and it's getting more and more popular here in the UK. Maybe in the past 2-3 years has become a trend here too. And Instagram is a good platform for that, because when you share imagery content, you try to inspire people with your work. And Instagram users love that. Slightly more women use Instagram than men, and the main age group is 18 to 34, so a little bit younger people. Also great place to share your before and after photos, and that's very important because they sell your services. And the last social media I want to talk about today and give you a little bit of numbers and details on is Pinterest. Again, this is something that is very big in the US, and it is coming to the UK. It is just developing its popularity at the moment. It's going to grow. It's going to probably overtake some of the social media platform that we already know and we use. It's different in comparison to all the other social media we know, because the philosophy of Pinterest is different. So when you go on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, you go there with the idea that you want to know what's happening right now, and your intention normally is not to buy. It happens as a consequence. You see something, you get interested, you buy. Whereas on Pinterest, the idea is to plan the future. So you go there with the intention to find something you're looking for. And in many cases, this results in actual purchase of a product or a service. Pinterest is very good for cleaning companies, but at this stage of its popularity in the UK, it's more appropriate for companies that can cover large areas. So not local companies focused on very small towns or villages, because Pinterest is not yet that popular in the UK, and the targeting options regarding to location would be very limited. If you are in London, and if you cover, let's say, the whole of London, then Pinterest is a very good platform for you, because again, you can promote your domestic cleaning services, you can promote end of tenancy, you can promote commercial cleaning services, and home organization. That's the biggest thing on Pinterest as well. Moving on to something that has frustrated the life of many business owners, and that's the organic engagement. And I think that if you've used social media for business even very little, you know that organic in recent, I'm going to say years, I'm not going to say months, I'm going to say years, organic reach and engagement in recent years has been absolutely rubbish. And that's because Facebook, Instagram, and all the rest, they also have to make their money somehow. And the way they make money is through you paying for your content to be shown to people. And to stimulate you to pay, obviously they cut the organic reach and the organic engagement. Of course, there are ways around it. It just requires more time, more consistency. You have to be regular on the platform you choose. This is why at the beginning I said that it's important for you to choose the right platform, because it's not possible to spend the time and to be consistent on 4 different platforms to reach all the people you want to reach. So you choose the platform where your ideal client really is, and you spend the time, the effort there. You provide good quality content. You give them information they need, they want, and you're consistent. When it comes to Instagram, a good tip I want to give you is to engage with the location. You know, when you, a lot of people, when they publish their posts on Instagram, their pictures, they tag their location. It's just under their name, Instagram name. So if you click on that location, you will see all the other posts that have been tagged on that location. So a good thing for you is to start engaging with those posts. Write comments under their pictures, like them, follow some people who regularly post with that location tag, because chances are they're your potential clients. On Twitter, you can also find clients by going on the search bar and typing something like, I need a domestic cleaner, or my builders have made a huge mess in my house. And this will bring out all the tweets that contain those words or those phrases. And then you can go and reply to those tweets, or you can engage with the person who's tweeted them. So that is, again, your potential customer. You can filter by location again, the tweets, so you can only see the tweets that have been posted in areas you cover. And yeah, you have to be active on social media for the sake of your reputation, even though sometimes it will be frustrating and you will not see the results from the very beginning. It will feel like you are spending time and probably you're spending money on social media, but you're not seeing the return. The results are not going to come immediately. You will have to be resilient, and you will just have to keep doing what you're doing. Make sure that you understand how social media works. Make sure you've made the right choice where to position yourself. I'm going to mention that I recently released a course on social media for business owners. So in that course, I explain in detail all these things that we talked about, the who is on what social media, what type of content we post, how often, when, formats, everything. I go into details on each social media, so that there's different sections on Facebook, on Instagram, on Pinterest. So yeah, that's on the engagement on social media and how to reach people organically. But of course, there is paid ads on social media, and I know that maybe some people have tried them and they felt disappointed with the results. That's common because many people don't know how to use paid ads on social media. I mean, Facebook is not making it easy for you guys. If you haven't had the resources, if you haven't had the training, you wouldn't know. Facebook is telling you, boost this post so you can reach so thousands of people. But that's the wrong thing to do. I mean, it's good for them because they're going to get their money, but it's not good for you because it's not going to bring you the results. Do not boost posts, because the only thing you will get from boosting posts is more likes on those posts. And if that's part of your strategy, if you want to just establish your name and get people familiar with your company, with your brand, who you are, then fine, do that. Run this type of ads for maybe a month. I'm not saying continuously a month, but maybe do it 2-3 times within a month so that people can get to know you. But you need to have a clear strategy for continuation. What are you going to do after that? You've collected hundreds, 500 likes, comments, people are sharing your post, but nobody's booking a service. So what's next? Clearly, you need to start exploring other types of ads. And unfortunately, these are not done through the boosting option of posts. You will have to create an account on Business Manager. This is part of Facebook. If you don't have an account, you can go on Google and you can just type Business Manager Facebook and it will come up. You can create your account. You can start from there. On that platform, you would be able to create actual adverts with different objectives. So that could be traffic to your website. It could be lead generation, so you can get more emails of people, of prospects. It could be messages, so you can get private messages to your Facebook page. Sometimes this is a very good way to ensure some bookings. Like, for example, if you're running an offer, let's say for a certain period of time, you're offering 20% off your services or anything, you're maybe just celebrating something and you're offering a discount to people, then that's a good time to use that offer and to ask people to message you so you can directly book them through Facebook. And then the final stage of your funnel, what I'm describing at the moment, is an ads funnel. Your ads, your paid ads on social media would only work if they're done in a funnel. The first step is getting your name out there, getting people familiar with who you are, all the likes and the comments. The second stage is nurturing that relationship, having a conversation, inviting people to message you privately, getting their emails, inviting them to your website. It's the second stage. And the third stage is the conversion stage, where you can run those ads for conversions, and they are usually done with an audience that's already warm. You cannot run a conversion ad, or you cannot book someone who's never heard of you before or hasn't seen anything of yours. So usually, well, that happens, but it happens very rarely, when someone would just see a cleaner online and say, oh yeah, I need cleaning, let me just book. Usually people ask for recommendations from someone who knows you. But if they've seen you for a while, they've seen what you do on Facebook, maybe they know you from some group, then they will be more inclined to respond to your ad and to respond to your offer. And we're going to talk very briefly about Google Ads and Gumtree and other ways you can promote your business for most of you. So now I will admit that I am not a big fan of Google Ads, and I will explain why. Yes, they are great for businesses who have a larger budget for advertising, because yes, they work. If you put £2,000 a month to advertise your business, you're fine. You will get clients. People will find you and they'll probably book your services. But if you don't have that kind of advertising budget every month, then it's very likely that Google Ads would not work for you, because cleaning is a very competitive industry. And in most areas, there is a lot of cleaners who still using Google Ads. The competition of keywords is very high. And unless you're paying more than the rest for using the same keywords, then your ad is not going anywhere. You're just wasting the money. You will get clicks, but that's it. I know that some cleaning companies, especially the ones that are just starting out, or maybe they are covering smaller areas, use Gumtree. And this has been quite successful for them in the past. If you are someone who is established in your own area, it would seem as if Gumtree is working for you. But the thing is, what works for you is word of mouth. And Gumtree will get you the people that will try to bring your price lower. Will not get you the people that are are just looking for good quality service and they don't mind the price. Gumtree will get you the type of people who are looking for a deal, and they will try to negotiate with you to bring down your price. I mean, if that's okay with you, then go for it. But I imagine that most of you want to maintain a certain level, which you should. And in that sense, probably Gumtree is not the place where you would find your ideal client. And the last thing I want to talk about is the print. So we talked about the digital world, social media, Google, all that, but print is not dead. And I'm going to mention the difference between marketing with flyers and marketing with letters. So flyers will still work in some places for some companies, those who are local, those who cover, let's say, smaller areas. Then flyers will still work for you. But in bigger cities, like for example, London, flyers, I would doubt that flyers would ever work in London, because it's something that people have seen too much for too long, and in many cases it looks tacky when you just give out flyers to people. What works for the higher end clients is letters, personalized letters. So the way the bank sends you a letter when they want to offer you a credit card is the same way we write letters to your potential clients, and we explain to them about your services, what you can do for them, most importantly, what is the benefit of getting your service and how you're different from the rest, and the fact that you're using something that most people have forgotten, because letters for most of us is something from the past, is something that those people take into consideration, because even though it's super old, at this present time it looks innovative because very few people are doing it. So flyers, smaller towns, smaller areas, that would still work. Letters, high-end consumers, high-end clients in bigger cities, that could bring you some success. And I think now would be the time for your breakout room where you would be discussing your ideal client, but I will give the mic back to Cremena so she can explain further.
And Google, not because I'm some kind of amazing specialist, I'm not, I'm quite far from that, but I did a lot of work on it during lockdown, and since the time went, I can see now the benefit from the work I did there. And because everybody is asking about clients, I see that as a perfect way for getting extra clients to replace those that hasn't come back yet. And I strongly believe most of you do have Facebook pages. If you're a DCBN member, it means you're part of our DCBN group. We've got more than 1,600 members, I think. And so if you're already on Facebook, it's perfect for you to start working on your Facebook page, company page, cleaning business page. So if you don't have a Facebook page, make it now, not tomorrow, make it now, tonight, when everything is still fresh in your head. It's free, it's accessible from everywhere. You can have it on your mobile, you can have it on the iPad, you can have it on your computer, you can update it while you're still actually cleaning, you can update it later when you're home and when you're in bed. So it's absolutely easy, and it's free, guys. You don't have to pay for it. Do it. It's really easy way to stay in touch with your clients and send all these updates. I send all my updates, COVID updates, on our Facebook page. I thought that's quite easy and quite engaging, but I did send link to our website, to our Facebook page on their email, and kindly ask them to see us on Facebook by reading all the updates. So that's a very clever way to make them coming to your page to land there, because this is your ideal audience. If they are already a client, they'll see the amazing work, they'll see the face behind the emails and behind the phone call. They will see hopefully new services that you will offer to these people. So make most of it. Also, on the last place, the Facebook page is a massive help for your search engine optimization, the SEO on your website. If you have one, you know, it's the links between the website and the Facebook page and any social media, not just the Facebook page. It helps. So by updating regularly your Facebook page and by sharing a content that you already have on your website through the Facebook page, it helps the ranking on your website. And also, don't forget, it's cheap way. If you still haven't paid for a proper website, if you still haven't had the time to invest in a good website, then do it with your Facebook page. I'm sorry, we've got someone who's... Louise, can you make sure the noise is so everybody can hear me? Now what is a must and what you always have to make sure it's on your Facebook page, what you have to work with. First thing is you have to be active. Please check your Facebook pages when we finish tonight. Go there, see when was your last post, what's the last thing you posted there, how frequently you've been posting, and more important, what kind of content you share on your Facebook page. The good thing is you don't have to spend hours on it. You can schedule all your posts in advance. So maybe choose, for example, Tuesday, if it's your quieter day in terms of Teams and emails and messages. Choose one day and spend like an hour scheduling posts for say the next 2 weeks. I do try every Saturday to post some kind of a content in our DCBN a Facebook group for you to share, because I know it's really hard to find something useful, not just sharing the silly memes we find on Facebook, but share a real content that will engage our clients with it. Be sporadic. What I mean by that is you're out seeing the team, talking to the team, you've got coffee while they have a break, take a picture, share that picture on the page, you know, make it personal. People want to see the face behind the business. People want to see who actually you are. They want to know your story. They want to know more about you, how your day is actually happening. Make conversation with those people. Somebody will comment and say hi, and then reply, say, how was your day? What's your plan for the week? But just make the conversation. For some reason, when people are having conversation, you know, when people are commenting on social media, they feel obligated to answer back. So actually it's quite easy making this conversation, but it's important. It's not about the likes, as Mariella said earlier. It's not about the likes, guys. It's about the engagement. And the best way to engage people on Facebook page is through conversations. It's the ideal platform to post the before and after pics. It's your best way to advertise the amazing work you're doing. It brings all extra content to whatever you have shared already with them. I can't change for there it is, sorry. And what else? When we started the DCBN events, I think it was last November when we started, I was the one to reach to people. And because our events were quite local, the best way I was trying to find these people was Facebook and Google. And you will find someone, you know, you will find a Facebook page, say in Oxford, where I'm based, and there is no info there. There is no email, no website, nothing. basically there is no one standing behind that page. It's an empty one. So fill as much as possible information, your opening times, what days you're open, tell them about yourself. Now there is about us section. Now Mariella warned me for this. Facebook made some updates, so if you set up your page before those updates, you will have the about us section, where it's quite a larger space where you can tell them a lot about how you started the business, who you are, you know, make it personal, tell them more about you. People buy from people. The more they know you, the more likely they are to trust you. If you set up that page after those updates, they have a really small space. I don't know what it's called, but it's basically you can put like to
Can I just jump in very quickly, just to clear that up?
Yeah.
So it's the interface, the updated interface of Facebook. Some of you have it, some of you don't have it. So if you are looking at Facebook from your computer, and if you've got the new interface, it looks like the mobile version. It looks almost like the mobile version. So on that updated interface, there is no story on your Facebook page, like our story. You can't find it, you can't edit it, you can't see it. You will have to go to the previous interface on Facebook, which you can do by changing your settings at the very top, at the very top of your Facebook account. And then you will be able to go back and edit it, add it, and so on. So because a lot of people are still using the old interface, it's not been rolled out completely, the new one. So it's worth going back and changing your story or updating your story and just having it there. And we're going to see if they're going to introduce this again later on for the new interface. If not, probably they're going to think of something else. But yeah, check which one you're using. If your Facebook looks very white at the moment, then you're using the new interface. If it looks bluish, like it's always used to look, then you're using the old interface.
Thank you. The other suggestion I have is upload a video. It doesn't have to be a professional one. You don't have to pay for it. There are loads of free apps where you can create one by, you know, gathering together some pictures, or just make a video how you're cleaning a shower, how you're polishing taps, how you're cleaning a floor, how you make it really shiny. Just any kind of a video. It's not about likes. Again, I will repeat that. It's not about the likes. It's not about pictures. It's videos. Video is what really engages people at the moment. Another very clever thing I wasn't aware about a few months ago is the notes section. Now, if you don't see that on your Facebook page, you have to go on page settings, and there, I can't remember what it's called, but I can put that in the comments later. You can add additional things that to be seen, like services where you're going to sell. Just have a look on the page settings, and you can enable the notes section. You can put your terms and conditions. If you don't have a website, it's a really clever way. Put your terms and conditions there. Even if you have a website, you can still do it. Any kind of procedures, any kind of updates, COVID updates, or having new, getting new equipment, starting a new service, put it in the notes section, and then send that link to your clients. Your clients will be able to see that. You can make them through Signable or another thing. You can make them sign the terms and conditions, or you can ask them to send you an email with the confirmation. But later, Facebook will suggest you that person in a small box. So you can invite that person to like your page, and it's perfect because you're building the right audience. You've got the right people on your page to share information with, to sell yourself. And it's, it has to be fun. I was reading something the other day that it's not all about sales. It's got to, it's got to have the fun part of it. Maybe make a giveaway, treat someone who's been working through lockdown, ask people to nominate other people, not to like the page, but explain why they're nominating someone and tag that someone in the comments. Give a free clean. I always give free cleans for school fairs, and create a hamper basket, get things from, local farm, ask people to nominate, like nurse that hasn't stopped working, or doctor, or just someone. Make it personal, make it local. People love that. And again, make it fun. It's not all about work. Another very important thing, I have to say, I wasn't aware that existed. It's job adverts. I think the first time I met Louise was about 2018, and she told me about adverts. And since then, I think that's amazing. It's incredible. I found so much stuff through the job adverts on my page. But you have to be careful, because everything you put on your Facebook page will be seen on one side from your clients and on the other side from your cleaners. Be careful how you present your business, because those cleaners will become part of your team. So it's important to see you and see you working on it, see you being proud of it. They will be part of your team. You want them to be proud working with you. And again, it's all about the engagement, guys. Share, but don't share it in your personal Facebook account. Share it in groups, and don't. Something I've seen, and I absolutely believe people waste money on this. When Mariella was talking earlier, for paid adverts, I see so many cleaning companies coming up on my story thing. People are paying for me to see that. It's absolute waste of money. Don't share it with people who are interested in cleaning. Interested in cleaning is me and you guys. But clients who need cleaners, they're not interested in cleaning. That's why they hire someone else to do the cleaning for them. You need moms who are, say, moms with twins, for example. They have a really busy life. You need people interested in gardening. They don't have time to do the cleaning. So you want to share this in local groups with people who have interest in other things, but not cleaning. I hope that is clear. If not, honestly, just ask me. The other thing, I know we're running out of time, and I'll try to do it as quickly as possible, but the other thing I wanted to talk about is Google, and what's the way to make Google work for you without actually paying. As Mariella said, you can pay $2,000 for a Google AdWords, and the only way for you to be to stay above the competition is to pay more. Can you afford to pay that much? So make Google your friend. You can't beat Google. Google has unlimited budget. Nobody can beat Google. But you can use Google as your friend, and you can make a Google account for your cleaning company. On this slide, I think you can all see my business page. If you haven't done it, please, guys, do it. Listen, take notes what I'm saying now, and do it tonight, not tomorrow. Do it tonight. On this slide, you can see this is my company, how we look like on Google. We have how many reviews? We've got 44 reviews. I've never paid a single penny for Google AdWords. But if you're looking for example, serviced accommodation cleaning in the UK, I come in the first page without paying a single penny. So this is how your business profile will look like. You've got the home page. You can post pretty much similar the way you're posting to Facebook. And the more active you are, the higher Google will rank you, and the higher they're gonna show you. You can see the insights, you can see who's been checking your Google account. That will give you information who's actually interested in that kind of services for your future marketing. The messaging is amazing. As I said, I did a lot of work on my profile during lockdown, and not only I had the inquiries, but it was the quality inquiries that led to a customer who's paying now. And I didn't pay a single penny to Google. I did it all by myself. You can share photos, you can update the services, you can add product offers. Just have a look, but it's your best friend. Again, when I was looking for people to invite them to join the DCBN networking event, I was finding companies coming up on maps as a cleaning company, but actually when you open the profile to find out how to get in touch with these companies, there is absolutely nothing, blank. So if you're a client and if you're looking for a cleaning company, will you get in touch with those? No, they're ghosts. They're not real. Nobody can call them. Nobody can get their prices. So you're losing money as a cleaning services provider. Now we will go. I hope Dayan can assist me again. We will go for another breakout room game, if I can call it a game, and I'll give you 5 minutes to have a look on your mobile or computer. Just search, open Google and type, cleaning businesses around you, and check their Google account, what information they've put. Have they shared any pictures of their work? Have they shared any posts, any information? Is the opening times, is it listed there? Do they have their website? Or perhaps they have none of that. And then when you come back, I want you to share it with us. Diane, can you help me with the breakout rooms, please? Or Louise? Oh, there's no one?
They're all joining room now, Cremena.
Oh, fantastic. Sorry. I thought you can't hear me.
You should have something come up because I've added you into breakout room 6.
Ah, okay.
You clicked on accept.
Today, really, isn't it? I hope it's been useful. If you have any questions, we will have some time after that. I won't end up the call. Ask any questions for Mariella maybe, or ask me, or just general chat. If not, we've got a plan to have the next event in 2 weeks' time, and hopefully again another one by mid-August. There's been recently a lot of questions because now it's the season about holiday let cleans. And the next event will be exactly for that, how to manage this type of cleans. Now, Louise and Chrissy have a fantastic course, and you can contact them. They can explain. It's all about health and safety, the COVID thing, risk assessment, cost, and all that. Where me and Christina, we will be talking about the actual managing side of the holiday let cleans. Christina has fantastic experience. She's been cleaning really high-end holiday lets for I don't know how many years and years, where I have experience of the management as a holiday let owner. A lot of people have no clue what's the difference between a holiday let and serviced accommodation. A lot of people have no clue what's the difference between leisure guest, corporate guest, and the contractors, and into what's the difference for you as a cleaning business owner, as a cleaning services provider. So I'll share, I don't know the date yet, I'm really sorry, we're still negotiating on the day where we can do it, but I will post that tomorrow, so just check on the group and you will have the date there. And it's going to be similar way to register. Again, it's free for DCBN members. And yeah, I think that was helpful today, guys. I just want to say a massive thank you, and we will unmute everybody now, so you can just ask any questions you want.